Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Willis Unscripted. As always, I'm your host, Sarah Willis, and today I am joined by the other half of the Willis clan, Benjamin Willis. Say hello.
Hello, Willis Unscripted people. Happy to be here.
Yes.
As per her request.
Yes. Demanded.
Okay.
Yes, demanded. So I've seen people do this on the YouTubes where it's why are you giving me that look?
I'm watching you.
Okay. So where we do Reddit reacts, people asking for advice. I am specifically interested in doing some Jiu-Jitsu, advice, reactions and giving advice. I'm going to just be honest. These are cold reactions. I read the title and a little bit to see if it would be good. And this is fully cold for you.
Yes, I have just no idea what's coming.
So we're just going to go on the Reddits, which is a little bit dangerous, I think. So let me go to my save spots. So I'm learning the Reddit. I'm very concerned about some things I find, but we're just going to go ahead and just jump off. Do you want me to start at the bottom and work our way up?
Whichever one you were most intrigued by.
Okay, well, there's a lot. So do you want to start spicy first and work our way?
Let's ease into this.
Let's ease into it. All right, so we're just going to start. I think this one's good. Do you want to do advice for Gym Hotheads? Yeah, let's do that one. All right. So this is from 9 months ago from the BJJ subreddit. This is what it says. Advice for Gym Hotheads. I know this is in every gym, so looking for some advice. There's a group of a few dudes in our gym that are just straight up hotheads for no bleep reason. Always getting seriously mad over the smallest thing in a roll, sometimes nothing even happened, lol. And so just short fuses looking for trouble, essentially. The type of dudes who absolutely cannot lose. An inevitable altercation on the way for someone, of course. What's your advice on dealing with this? Am probably going to talk to head coach about, but man, it's just like it goes over his head and genuinely hasn't noticed. It's so annoying when people just want to train, learn some cool stuff, and go home in peace. Let me know, folks. Thanks. So, advice. You've kind of seen some of this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Not at our gym, but
No, but it's an old school jiu-jitsu thing. Guys have an ego. Mm-hmm. I accept having an ego. It's part of the game, but losing your cool, especially in just a day-to-day role, should never be accepted. Needs to be addressed with school leadership.
Yeah.
In one way, shape, or form. Just say, hey, this is how I feel about these guys. Here are specific examples. At the end of the day, that's indicative of possibly bad gym culture.
Okay.
Where if you allow that kind of behavior to run wild, you're going to run off a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's something that the comment said at the first top comment, I guess upvoted the most, was this is a head coach problem. I don't allow that kind of energy on the mats, and that's supposedly is labeled as a black belt. And then this, I have a good vibe read, no blank policy on my mat. Been lucky so far that I haven't needed to enforce it. I agree with both of these. This attitude is like a disease that can spread if you don't stop it right away. I mean, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's a business, and especially if it's a young school, I understand not wanting to rankle those guys' feathers just because it's a business. But in the long haul, if you're trying to run a school that's going to be healthy and going to grow consistently,
sure,
those people have to change. Mm-hmm. The hotheads.
Yeah.
And there've been moments where I've rolled rough and it's been tough, but that was just young, dumb kid.
But that's different from hothead, though.
Yeah, that was just young, dumb, and rough.
Yeah. I know. I mean, it seemed like the person asking for advice, they're not the coach. So, I mean, that's not really his, what?
Yeah, he just has to address it with leadership.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do individually unless, you are a leader on that team. Mm-hmm. But even then, you need to get the clearance from the owner. Like, hey, man, this is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, just be direct about it.
Yeah, you can't hide those things.
Because I know I'm thinking it from a female perspective. Like, what if a guy gets a little too hot? and then next thing you know, like you've run off, some female clientele, and then it becomes one of those like kind of a toxic gym culture. I think if you know anything about gym culture and jiu-jitsu, if you want it to be safe, you've got to really protect it. I mean, so.
Oh, yeah. Set the tone. Leadership needs to set the tone, who they are. And those dudes might need to get ruled from an enforcer.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll learn the lesson, maybe they won't.
Yes. It's very important, the enforcer. Yes, the enforcer.
Enforcers.
It can come in many shapes and sizes, but often it's the big burly guy sometimes.
Well, no, the big burly enforcer, those days I think are over.
Oh, yeah.
They'll teach a lesson enforcer is going to be the young, squirrely kid.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's just a good kid that just knows how to dominate people just with pure technique.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the new age enforcer. If it's a grown man, you might need the big burly guy.
Yeah.
But
because there's sometimes you need the big burly, especially if it's a really strong, like former D1 wrestler or something like that. You
need to bring in the head honchos on that one.
I could not. No, I'm the fodder you throw.
No, don't use ladies as fodder either.
That's
a big no.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, in the scenario, it's like it's the big behemoth and you're just launching stuff to try to make a dent in the armor. I'm not the big thing that's just sent in to take it down.
We're just going to say, no, you stay back here.
You stay there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
You're such a millennial. I love you.
Why is everyone saying? Okay, I know I am, but all right. So, okay, here we go. Ooh, this is a good one. All right, looking for advice, struggling with consistency and structure as a purple belt with a demanding schedule. Hello, everyone. I'm a purple belt with about 6 years of BJJ experience, currently doing my medical residency. My schedule is highly unpredictable and I often miss training. I can usually train only once or twice a week. To make the most of it, I train at 2 different clubs that are both aware of each other and support my training flexibility, which I am very grateful for. The problem is each class I attend at either gym seems to follow whatever the coach feels like showing that day without a structured curriculum or progression I can build on. I feel like the most valuable part of training for me right now is sparring, but even then I come in with no focused plan and just roll reactively, which makes my growth feel really stagnant and scattered. I listened to Lex Friedman's podcast with John Danaher, and he emphasized the importance of having a focus plan when you walk into the training room, especially if you train infrequently. That hit home. I'm considering asking both instructors if I can come only for the sparring portions and use my limited free time outside the gym to follow a structured plan from instructionals like Danaher and so on. That way I can drill and mentally prep what I need on my own, then come in with the goal of applying specific techniques or sequences during live rolls. Has anyone tried this approach before? Is it viable long-term for someone with a tight schedule? Any advice on how to structure solo study to make live training more purposeful? And should I show up to classes even if the material isn't aligned with my current focus? Any thoughts or experiences would be greatly appreciated.
Oof. That's a lot. But I think they kind of delved into pretty well.
Yeah.
Good job using instructionals. Have a plan, know what you want to work on, and actively try to apply it in roles. That's a great idea. I would never recommend missing an instructor's class time because you said yourself that you only have 1 to 2 days a week you can train, and it's at different places. So you don't really know what they're actively going throughout that week.
That's true. Yeah.
And especially since they're both working with you so well, they seem to be accepting of your schedule and they're happy to have you there. You don't want to mess up that relationship.
No.
But just let them know, like, hey, like, I'm busy. I'm going to be obviously I'm going to come drill this with you, but I'm also going to be playing some other stuff. Can you help me out with this on the side?
Yeah.
Like maybe take a couple extra minutes after the drilling session. I can't think of a single coach that would say, oh, I'm only going to roll with you now. Like if you say, hey, I would like to drill this. Can you help me out? I'm looking at this right now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's because the worst thing you can do, like, oh, well, your training's really not that great for me, so I'm just going to come in for the rolls. I'm not getting what I need. Yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
And my thought with the instructionals, I love instructionals. Because that's a great way, because there's so many things I want to do that I know are so, I don't want to say niche, because that's what the kids are saying now, but are so specific of what I wanted to drill that they're not going to teach that in the class. But like you said, if I say, hey, I'm drilling this, can I work with you a little bit after class, and just see how this works? I don't know if you have the time for that, but that would be a really great thing to do after rolling, or even before rolling, or before class if you have that time, and just rep that a couple of times. Yeah. Also, depending on what the drill is, or what the position is, if you have a grappling dummy at home, you could always do that.
Always a good option.
Now, of course, there's some limitations. It depends on what you're wanting to do. You may need someone to be falling in a particular way for that technique to work. So the dummy may not work, but it really depends on what what he's wanting to do. I would think that you should be able to do some kind of a drill on a drilling dummy, and make some
movement
use.
Drills.
Yeah, make some
use
use
your
of
free
it.
time. It's a great idea. What I've found, and so with the classes that I teach, we have a set plan for a week, basically filling out the same thing all week. If I'm really intrigued by something, that week-long process is not enough time to actually implement it. I think, I've not read deep into the studies, but I think it's if you focus on it for 3 months strictly, that's when it starts really becoming a part of your game. Outside of that, if you're only looking at it a week at a time, you're just collecting moves that you kind of know, but you don't really know.
And back on that, it's like the 10,000 hours for mastery, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, but you talked about that podcast and listening to what Danaher had to say. Yes, having some kind of a goal you want to implement while rolling, that's huge.
Huge.
If you suck at a particular position, just drill on getting better at that position and making the rounds go towards that, or telling your partner, hey, this is where we need to start from, right? But to answer your question, his question, let me go back to it to make sure I'm not going crazy. This was 8 months ago, so it'd be interesting to know if there was an update. Let me zoom down and see if there is. That's a good question. I don't see an actual update from him on this, so there is no update. I don't like that. I like having closure. But
maybe we could send him a link to this video.
Yeah, maybe, right? But honestly, how long is medical residency? It's 4 years, 4 to 7 years.
Don't ask me. I did not go to medical school.
Well, I certainly didn't either. So even though I'm a doctor of pain, but no. I'm sorry. So, but I don't know. I would see what you can do on your own as far as drilling techniques, and then seeing if there's people at the gym that would be willing to just go through those movements with you. If you can I know in some of the comments it said try to go to more open mats, but I'm going to assume that you can't, because you said it's your schedule's highly unpredictable. But when you can, what I would suggest is go to those open mats, because then you can get those extra rounds of drilling in, rounds of fighting, and then just try. As of now, residency is temporary. I know it sucks to say it that way.
Focus on it.
Focus on...
That's the important part.
Focus on the stuff that's going to be paying the bills for you. It's all... look, you can be a world champion at Jiu-Jitsu, but you're not become a millionaire or be able to support your family.
Well, it might be, unless you're really good.
Okay, yes.
The world's changing. We're getting more money.
Yes, but by and large, as a teacher trying to give advice... Focus on what's going to be putting bread on the table. And of course, with Jiu-Jitsu, you just make it work. It's just find something, just try to get better at one technique and just find the passion that way. And just, the worst thing you can do is just show up for the rolling. Don't do that. Do not do that. Just go in, learn from them. There may be some more time that you can roll in the future. So. Yep.
Yep.
I think that's good. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, let's see. Do we want to get a spicy one, Mr. Ben?
I think you want to get a spicy one. That's what you try to lead us off with.
Okay. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, that's another one. Oh, we have a lot of this. Oh, wait. Okay, this is from 4 days ago.
Okay.
So this is hot off the press. This is from the BJJ Women's subreddit. So here we go. Today, I was rolling with this guy. For context, I've known him since he was a kid, 11. So I would never think that he is doing anything inappropriate, but he's growing up now. You can tell he's 13, so you can tell he's getting into puberty for his voice change, and he is way stronger now. So as I was saying, today we were rolling. I was kind of in mount. One leg was trapped. He spanked me, not strong. He spanked, not strong, my butt, not once, but twice. I immediately stopped and asked why he touched my butt. He told me that it was a technique and started laughing nervously. I asked him once again because there was no such technique as spanking someone, but he kept laughing nervously and didn't give me an explanation. It wasn't a grab, which I think it was accidental or a touch. He slapped it twice, this grammar. Okay. If he was someone older, I wouldn't doubt to call them out to my coach, but I still see him as a child and would think nothing weird of him. What should I do?
You did the right thing addressing it.
Yeah.
Immediately. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Don't let him do it again. If it does happen again, bring it to either the coach or the parent, depending if you know the parent well enough. Parent, if you do, but coach definitely if he continues to behave in this manner. Teenage kids are weird.
Yeah.
They're learning how to interact with the world.
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu on the mat needs to be a safe place for everybody.
Yeah.
It's cool that your school lets the kid or 13-year-olds into the adult class.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll mature them quickly in a good way. But that's just not something that needs to be accepted.
No, and the top comment, and I'll just piggyback off of this, creepy kids turn into creepy adults if they don't get corrected, 100%. It needs to be firmly corrected, which it sounds like you did. But if it were to happen again, it needs to immediately be brought to your head coach's attention. There's you can't play around with that. Because at least I know with when I've taught, I've not had this happen in the classroom, but, people always try to push your limit. And oh, well, if they'll let you do this, oh, well, then I can keep pushing a little bit further. So if you don't put a hard stop, it will get, so it needs to nip it in the bud. Yeah. Bud or butt?
Bud.
Bud. Nip it in the bud, yes.
I think.
I don't know. We need to do research. Is it nip in the bud? Okay, Google. Is it nip in the bud or butt? Let's find out.
It is nip in the bud.
Butt
The phrase
beauty.
comes from gardening, meaning to cut a flower's bud before it can grow or bloom, symbolizing stopping a problem early. Would you like to
No,
know?
I don't need to know anything else. There we go. Learn something new. So it's nip in the bud. All right. Well, all right. Let's
Easy
do
enough
another
one.
Yeah, easy enough. All right, let's find out another one. Let's do. Oh, okay. Let's.
Do you really want to go there?
Do we? Yeah. Let's go there. All right.
Okay, there.
Do you want to read this one?
Oh, thanks, honey.
All right. Original post, and then we'll do the update.
All right. Partner had an erection while rolling. Need advice. Original post. With the new year, we've had a lot of new white belts, mostly men, come to the gym. I've been doing BJJ for over a year, and we roll after class. One of the new white belts asked me to roll today, and I said yes. We rolled on Tuesday. He was a bit eager, but was fine. I was working on getting into a bad position and getting out of it, so I let him take my back. He had me in a body lock, and I was trying to get a choke. I felt something spiky poke in my back, and as he felt he had the position and got excited, he tightened his grip, and I felt it even more. It took me a few seconds to come to terms with what was happening, and then the roll ended. I didn't want to embarrass him, so I didn't say anything. I've never had an erection, but understand it's a physiological response that can happen at inconvenient times. I think he should have disengaged from the back take as soon as he felt what was happening. I won't roll with him again, but roll with him again, but I'm hesitating as to whether to tell the women I train with. We also train with teen girls. I want to move past it, but also don't want anyone else to experience the same thing. He's smaller than me, and I don't feel like I was in danger.
Okay. All right.
It's a hard one.
That's a hard one. What is the guy? It doesn't say the guy's age.
Yeah.
I mean,
If he's younger,
yeah.
he might have a case of RBS,
Okay.
random bone syndrome.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But it probably isn't random though.
No. Okay. Look, this is just me.
Ladies talk.
Yeah. I have never had that happen to me. Your experience, specialist can 3, 5, 1. I've never had that happen to me. I can't. I mean, Ben, let me swing it back your way. Is it possible? I mean, in theory, I guess. I mean,
What do you mean in theory?
No. I would just think that I understand there's some. It looks, a little compromising some of the positions, but I've never rolled with any guys that have had. Because it would seem like you're in a fight, as opposed
it would, but there are people that, and like it's very rare. And I've only heard stories. I've never seen anybody personally that gets into jiu-jitsu for sexual gratification. But not to say that there's not those weirdos out there. Listen, it's martial arts attracts some strange people, and maybe he's one of them, or maybe it might be a case of RBS. You need to just kind of watch that one. And if he's a cool guy, great. If it continues to be strange behavior, call it out. If you feel like you need to tell the ladies, I wouldn't hesitate. Just say, hey, this happened to me. Keep an eye open. And that way they can react appropriately.
Okay.
Like, don't let those things slide. It's not a hard line. You don't have to call them out and be a jerk to them if it's just the one time. But just let them be aware.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this person's really rough. Be cognizant. Protect yourself.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I would think just to let... And she says she didn't feel like she was in danger, but I mean...
Yeah.
So maybe there wasn't the intent, but I mean...
It's still awkward.
It would still be... And again, I would want to know the guy's age. If he's younger, I mean, I would see that happening more from a younger guy. They can't... You know what I'm saying? I understand that.
Yeah.
As opposed to someone who is old enough, has been through everything, and could control themselves. I do kind of want to go ahead and read an update on this just to see. So thanks everyone for your advice and kind words. I'm sorry for anyone who experienced an uncomfortable situation for both genders. I spoke to my coach, and as some of you suggested, he was wearing a cup. I touched or hit some before, and it feels very different when it's digging into you. In case it helps someone, it feels like having a small, crooked cylindrical object digging into you with some give. If the person applies pressure with their hips, it accentuates the pressure and it digs further into you. So I guess it was cup.
Yeah, cup is fine.
Okay, yeah. Because, I mean, but I would not mistake.
Yeah, that's an interesting...
cap. Yeah, that's a big swing. Maybe there were some updates on here that it just wasn't...
Here, go up. I saw a comment that...
Hold on. Let's see. From a male perspective?
Yeah. It was just a point that you were getting to. I can't remember in the 20 years of martial arts getting erection while training. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Yeah, so, I mean, but I would think...
Often.
But I wouldn't think... Because we have some of our guys at our gym that wear, cups. It doesn't feel like... I don't know, I don't know this person's age, or
maybe she's inexperienced.
Maybe, it could be that, because it doesn't feel the same to me whatsoever. So, no, inappropriate. And so I'm going to move on. Okay. Let's see, next one. Next one would be girlfriend and family hate that I do BJJ. Ooh. All right, so do you want to read this one? Do
you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. You did such a good job.
I don't know about that. So I've been training for about a year now, and I'm a 3-stripe white belt. I've been getting a lot better and have been very committed, and honestly have fell in love with the sport. It did a lot for me in a time when I didn't have a lot. I lost a little over 30 pounds, and now I weigh 160. I have actual muscle on my body and love the way I look and feel. It has done so much for me mentally and physically, but my family, and especially my girlfriend, hates that I do it. Obviously, I've gotten injured a little. I had a fractured rib in August, and I recently torn my hip flexor, which isn't that bad, but they hate that I'm getting hurt. I don't care, and I recover and move on. If anything, it annoys me, I can't train, but my girlfriend has even started asking me when I plan on stopping BJJ entirely. My dad has told me that he doesn't like hearing me talk about it either. The rest of it is mainly just reactionary and body language, but it's obvious that they hate I do BJJ, and I just don't know how to cope. Any advice?
First edit. It is a serious goal of mine to win a tournament, as I have never really won anything in my life. And I know I can win a tournament and want to get a medal, so it has been a big part of my life. So I'm training about 5 times a week, sometimes more, since I have time to be serious about it before I move on to graduate school. And edit 2. Good Lord, that's a lot of comments. I'm going to focus on talking about everything but BJJ, LMAO. But me and my girlfriend have a very healthy relationship. We communicate very often, and I talk to her, and she understands how I felt, and she is going to work on being more supportive.
Good.
Lol. But there was some really good advice from this community, so thank guys.
Good.
All right. So,
Seems like you've already done it, but...
yeah, I kind of went ahead and I read all the edits. But let me go ahead and just say I understand where your family's coming from. Now, Ben and I, with the relationship, we met doing jiu-jitsu. We're the one gym story that went okay, But my parents really... I'm very pale, if you can't tell from the difference of skin color here. I am white with a hard W. I bruise, so when I bruise, it looks really bad. And so my parents would see that, and my family would see that, and just say, like, Sarah, you're hurting yourself, this, that, and the, this, that, and the third. And so they didn't really like initially that I was doing it. And I know one thing I had to do with my parents when I told my dad, because he didn't think it was legitimate and it wasn't real and it wouldn't work. And so in his mind, I guess, before he kind of did what I asked him to do, just thought, I'm getting hurt for no good reason. And they really hate watching me compete. They really hate, to this day, they won't, not that they won't, if I were to really beg them, they would come, but they just don't like seeing their daughter potentially getting hurt. They just don't. And I understand that. But one thing I did for my dad, which this story, because I've shared.
No, before we got married?
Before we got married, I said, Dad, it would mean so much to me before I'm married if he would just come to jiu-jitsu with me, just try one class. And so he said, fine. And so my dad came in and he rolled with one of our friends, Floyd. He's an older guy, like my dad. And but Floyd's a black belt. I don't know how long he's been doing jiu-jitsu, but it was old man jiu-jitsu, he said. And my dad was huffing and puffing.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. And so he said, it's real. So,
he said it was real?
He said it's real.
Good.
So it's one of those things where if somebody on the outside looking in, not ever doing jiu-jitsu, it can look like it's nothing but pain, just for almost like you're just wrestling around and you're just in pain and you're getting bruised up and you're getting hurt, until they get on the mats and they kind of experience what's like, oh no, okay, I kind of see what's going on. I mean, because up until then, all my parents had seen is just my matches, and they really weren't understanding what was going on. It was like danger signs were going off, especially for a parent, which, it sounds like you're in between, undergrad and graduate school. And so you're probably, 22, 23. I'm assuming you're a guy just statistically with, jiu-jitsu. Oh, yeah, no, he said girlfriend. Yeah, he's a guy.
Well, hey.
It could, yeah. So, but just statistically, assuming, that you're a guy, I mean, they don't want to see the little boy getting hurt, I mean, so I don't know. You said that getting a goal, getting a medal
not
was
even win, but
getting a medal. He did want to win, yeah. Who doesn't? And so, but that could be like the first thing you've ever really won. So I'm assuming that you didn't play, probably didn't play a lot of sports growing up or something.
At a high level.
At a high level. So, yeah, this might be, really a big deal for them to see their child for the first time and maybe,
Their life.
ever.
Yeah.
Really doing something that's physically demanding and dangerous. So that's a lot of signals. But it sounds like with the update that the girlfriend is at least supportive and understanding how this is a big, big deal for you. Good. So, but again, I just want to say as a caveat, you're not the medal. You're not getting the gold. So if something were to fail, don't think of yourself as any greater or lesser than. I mean, you're a beginner. It was in the beginner's advice section. Just know that, Jiu-Jitsu, it's about a long journey. It really is. I've been doing it 9.5 years. You've been doing it.
Has it been that long?
It's been a long time, baby. Yeah.
You started in 2016? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was 16. If not 16, it was the end of 16.
No, I thought you were like a year in when we met.
When did we meet?
November of 18.
Look, we'll figure it out. I don't know. It's been so long, but it's been a long time. I know
I saw you September of 18.
So you saw me September of 18, so I had a couple of months. I don't know. It's a long time, folks. I don't know. The math, you don't realize this. It's all gray here. It's all gray hairs. It's just a lot of money and upkeep. But yes, I think that's probably a good note to end on. You are more than a medal, everyone out there. So
just train, have fun.
Just train, have fun. Yeah. So we'll hopefully do this again. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, you're so goofy.
I am goofy.
I love you.
Okay, great. All right, bye.
Bye.